Hey, Manatech Live, we're James, Hannan, and
Naomi Joy.
you know, we are top associates, top enrollers, we've developed top rookies of the years within our team, top business builders, top income growth, all of those kind of things because of social media, and we're going to teach you how to do that. Today, what we have learned is some very important information, and we think you know it already, and that is most Manatechers and network marketers don't know how to market on social media. They think it's overwhelming, they think it's confusing, they think it's too hard to learn. They think that, you know what, if I'm going to go and do that, I just don't know what the next step will be. We totally understand it, we get it, we've been there ourselves. And I remember the first time when we started to use social media, how scary it was. And then we started to implement some things that we learned. We want you to know we failed and failed miserably at the start, but when we learned the framework, when we started to test things and started to implement things, everything changed. And we know if you get that framework, it will change for you as well. And that's what we're going to give you today. So hold on to your seats. I hope you've got a notepad and pen ready as we take you through how to market and sell the Manatech products online, especially on social media. One of the great things that you're going to find is that the information we give you today is going to be so easy for you to understand and simple to implement. Does it require work? Yes, everything requires work, but you will be able to do it, so enjoy the ride.
So why use social media? Did you know that about 4.5 billion people are already online and about 3.8 billion people are using social media? And actually they're predicting that by the middle of this year, and I would probably say it already has happened, that half of the world's population will be using social media. So it's definitely somewhere that you want to consider for your marketing efforts. Social networks provide a great opportunity for you to gather feedback, to build relationships, and really build credibility around our products and our business opportunity. So we know that you want to be a successful entrepreneur, and use these tips that we're going to give you and implement them straight away, and you can have success in your business too. So number one, the first thing is have a plan. Now, because it's so easy just to jump on social media and upload a photo and put some random thing on, that's what most people do. But the big tip here is to think about what you're going to post, have a bit of a plan together, and you will have a lot more success. Like in any business, you have strategies and a plan to help you get to where you want to go.
But how do you do that? Well, number one, you want to have some step-by-step guidance. Understand what it is you're doing every step of the way. It doesn't have to be hard. Next, you want to look at what other people are doing in your niche. Now, here in Manatech, we have so many niches that we can go after. What is the one thing that you love that's going to get the best bang for your buck? So you look at what other people are doing that is succeeding, take notes and follow them. It's a great way of reverse engineering their success. Remember, success does leave clues even on social media. Next, you want to have some goals in place. What will they be? Many businesses, it's about generating leads, it's about getting conversion, it's about making more sales, it's about building brand awareness, it's about being able to, get the word out there of what they do. What will it be for you?
The second thing is decide what platform is right for your business. Now, start with your audience. So where are they hanging out? What kind of communities are they involved in? What platforms resonate with them? For example, if you're targeting baby boomers, it's most likely that they're not on TikTok. So the main social media platforms to think about are Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, and there's quite a lot of other smaller ones that are out there. However, a good place to start on social media is the top two. So that's Instagram and Facebook. And really, we prefer Facebook because it has so many different things that you can do on Facebook, including groups, events, and lots of other aspects about Facebook that really work well for our kind of business. It's also the simplest to master. About 86% of small businesses are using Facebook compared to about 46% on Instagram. The reason is Facebook is really the way that you can build a business quite quickly and get that interaction and engagement really, really well.
So the third tip is about building relationships. Now, if you view your social media the same way that you view your offline relationships, you're going to do well. This is why you can do this. Most people, this is where they make the mistake. Leaders get stuck in believing that what they do offline won't work online, but in fact it does. You see, if you treat people nicely offline and then you treat people nicely online, it's the same. We all want to be treated nicely. We want to be treated the same way that we get treated offline. Don't treat people any differently and you're going to do well. You see, if you're building relationships online, people will like your stuff, they will comment and they will share. However, if you're not building those relationships, you're going to hear crickets. Now, crickets, you might not understand what I mean by that, but it becomes that time when you put a post up, you get no interaction. Why is that happening? Well, it's happening because you're not spending time building the relationships. People will, when they start to know, like, and trust you, it's the most important factor that you can have in building your online following. People do want to know you, they do want to like you, and they do want to trust you. But when they get to the trust component, that's when they will buy from you. The know and like doesn't mean they will buy. It's only when they transfer over into the trust area is when they're going to buy from you. But how do you get them to trust you? Well, you show up. It's always showing consistent content that they find valuable, and content that is true. Now, here's one of the things you may have heard. People need to receive information from you between 5 to 12 times before they make a buying decision. Well, now many marketers and analysts are suggesting it needs to be as high as 20. But here's the thing, the mistake that many people make is that they think that they're wanting their customer, their prospectors to see the information. That's not correct. It's not about seeing the information, it's about interacting with the information. It's about reading an article, it's about watching a video, it's about commenting, liking, or sharing. It's about having a conversation about what's being said. It's one of the most important things that you can do. So when you're putting stuff up, if you put something up for the first time and nobody interacts, don't worry, it's only the first time. The second time, well, still only the second time. One of the biggest challenges that we see marketers, especially in Manatech, do is that they're not spending the time in the follow-up. You know, I don't know how many of you have said no the first time when someone approached you. I just want you to know I said no about 3 or 4 times before I said yes. And then after I said yes with Manatech, I said no a heap more times after that. So remember, we're taking people on a journey, and that journey can take a little bit of time, but you need to have the template to follow, the processes to follow, and when you do that and you get it right, it's beautiful to be a part of.
So our fourth tip is make sure that you set up your Facebook profile correctly. And we do see a lot of mistakes here. Remember that first impressions count big time on social media, and really you have less than 10 seconds to make an impact or to turn people off. So let's get into a few tips on what you can do on your personal profile to make it really stand out and get people wanting to know you more. So number one is your profile photo. Now, really important is to have a photo of you, not your dog, not a flower, not your kids. They're all lovely, but it really needs to be you. So remember that know, like, and trust factor. People need to get to know you. And so they need to see a smiling photo of you. Now, remember, it's really about from your upper body not your whole body, because a lot of people do put a whole body, they can't see your face properly, so it needs to be a nice smiling photo of you. Now remember, you want to be looking nice as well, so for women, not men, you want to put a little bit of makeup, do your hair, and really our phones, we can take some beautiful photos, so it doesn't need to be a professional photo. Actually, a lot of times those professional photos can be a bit stuffy, so you want to have a nice smiling natural photo. Then secondly is your cover photo. Now again, your cover photo is that opportunity to grab attention, to tell a little bit more about your story in a visual way, and to really have people wanting to know more about you. So tell more about your story. If your story is that you're a family person, then you can put things about your family. Whatever it is that you're all about, then put that in your cover photo. Now your profile photo, you don't want to change that too often, because that's sort of like your signature. But your cover photo, well, that can change and can show different aspects of your personality or of who you're targeting in particular.
Other areas there, you've got your little intro that's just underneath your profile photo. Make a few short words that you can put in there, so when somebody comes to your profile, they say, hey, this person knows exactly what I'm looking for. And it's one of the biggest mistakes that people make is they don't put anything there, or the stuff they have there really doesn't make a very good impression. Again, also, we wouldn't recommend that you in your profile photo that you're drinking anything, smoking anything, doing anything weird. Remember, people want to connect. You want to be all things to all people in some respect. So unless you're going after that market, be very aware of that. And the other part is your about section. So when people come and they look a little bit deeper into you, what's in there? What are your hobbies? What are your interests? Are you a real person? I don't know, how many of you have actually had someone send you a friend request and they're not real? There's a lot of that going on, so make sure that people can see that you are a real person.
And one of the big mistakes that we see is people link their profile back to the Manatech page. Well, remember that your profile is your profile and you are a Manatech associate, but we don't want to be profiling the Manatech page because we want to keep people connected to you.
We've put together a Facebook profile cheat sheet, free of charge, no problem at all. So if you want to grab the Facebook profile cheat sheet, all you're going to have to do is go to risesocialmedia.com/Manatech Live. That's risesocialmedia.com/Manatech Live. We've got a whole heap of freebies, downloadables for you that you can download, no charge, no cost, nothing at all. And you'll be able to just get your profile humming so that when people come to you, it's going to be like a magnet and attracting people to want to know more information about you. Well, kind of anyway.
So our fifth tip is, what are the Facebook trends right now that you should be looking at to implement for your business? So number one is groups. Now groups have been around for a while, but from now on, Facebook is placing a lot of priority on groups because they're wanting people to build communities. They're wanting people to stay on the Facebook platform for as long as possible, and they do that through groups that they really enjoy, that they interact with, that they engage with. So think about that for your business. What kind of groups are you going to set up that you can create communities around and bring value and educate your prospects about the products or the business opportunity? The second thing that's massive right now is Facebook stories. Now, even Mark Zuckerberg says that Facebook stories are the way of the future. And we all know Facebook reach is declining a bit, but stories is actually increasing. So it's a prime real estate. It's at the top of your news feed, and it's a great way to connect with people, to show your personality, and to lead them through a sales decision. Now, I have people reaching out almost every day through my stories, asking me, tell me more about the products, tell me more about the business. So the big question is, what do I post in my stories? Now, you know, it can be difficult to think about what to post in stories, what to post on your profile. So we've actually put together 23 story post ideas for you in our Facebook stories cheat sheet. It's an ebook that will give you lots of ideas. You can also get that on that link, www.risesocialmedia.com/Manatech Live, and that's where you'll get all your freebies from today.
Naomi is an absolute master when it comes to actually stories. I've never seen anybody get so many leads, referrals, and clients through their stories. I highly recommend you do it. Okay, let's get into tip number 6. I'll tell you what, say that 3 times fast. Okay, now as Naomi just said, talked about Facebook stories. I can't tell you how important it is to get to know that. She developed one of the world's first Facebook story training, so grab that cheat sheet, you're gonna love it. But let's look at tip number 6, which is creating content. But not just about any old content, it's content that's going to be, I guess, hacking the Facebook algorithm. Now, we all want to know how to do that, right? We want to know how to hack the Facebook algorithm. Well, rather than hack it, let's talk about working with it, because this is where the big bucks come from. If you can learn what will actually get your posts, your videos, and everything else showing up better in Facebook, you're going to get a bigger result. How do you do that? Well, you've got to produce content that people actually are interested in. Now, how do you understand what people are interested in? Well, look at the things that are getting the most interaction. And so the things that will help you work with the algorithm the most are the things that are going to get the most comments, the most shares, the most likes, and the most love hearts. You see, likes are about number 4 now. What's above likes? You want those emoticons. You want those loves, those ha-has. The wow, yeah, the wow. The wows are everything. So you want to make sure. And so if you ever see Al Bala right now, he's not doing any likes on your stuff. He's doing love hearts. So if you've had Al Bala actually give you a love heart on your stuff, he is helping you on your Facebook marketing right now. And you should go and make sure you say thank you to him, because he's doing that for everyone around the world that he sees. I don't think the guy even sleeps. So Facebook has over 100,000, I guess, formulas that go into their algorithm. It's crazy. And I think we'd have to be some kind of super genius to try and figure it all out. However, there are some big factors that come into helping you work with that algorithm.
So the 4 big factors are who posted the content and what kind of interest do they have to the user. The second one is what kind of content was posted. The third thing was what time was it posted. And then the 4th major thing is the engagement on that post. So the kind of engagement that Facebook really, really likes is, number 1, the share. So if people are sharing your content, Facebook sees that they really like what you're posting. Number 2 is the comments. So if you're getting lots of comments on your post, again, Facebook really likes that. The third thing is, the emoticons, the love hearts, the wows, the ha-has. So if you're getting those kind of things, Facebook also likes that. And right down the bottom is the likes. So likes still matter, but they're not as big as those other things. Now, what's really important is what you're posting, and posting the right kind of things really does help you get much better engagement on Facebook.
Okay, so what do you post? I know your brain's going like, whoa, what do I post right now? Well, here's the thing. Number 1, it is not always babies and kittens or puppies. Now, we all love babies, puppies, and kittens. However, you're wanting to build up a following, and a following is connected with the niche that you're going after. Remember, we spoke about that earlier. Okay, so what do you post? I know you're trying to figure that out right now. What are you going to post to get the most interaction? Well, the thing to remember is what it is that your customer wants. Don't get caught in the trap of giving them things they don't want. Remember, you're talking about the problem and offering a solution to the problem they have. So stay congruent with the message that you're trying to bring across. When you're talking to your prospects and you're starting to build up a following, you're going to know what it is they're interested in, and that's going to happen from the niche that you're targeting. So let's think about it this way. If you're talking about energy, then stay on energy. Don't go somewhere else. Stay focused on the niche that you're going after. You want content that's going to be relevant to the people following you. So what sort of content should you produce? Well, number one is video. Yes, this means that you need to go live, and Albal has been talking a lot about that, especially within the challenges they've been putting together. So make sure you're going live with your video. People will interact and watch a lot more when you go live. Next is you wanting to make sure you're putting photos up, but photos again that are connected and are congruent with the message that you're trying to bring. Okay, so we're talking about content being king. Now, if content is king, that means consistency is queen. Now, Naomi put together a program called the 7 E's of Marketing. It's a simple formula to help you hack the Facebook algorithm and get more engagement on your posts.
So let's get into what the 7 E's of marketing are. Number one is encourage. Now these kind of posts are posts that are all about lifting people up to empowering people, and it's something that we like to do a lot. The second thing is educate. So very, very important on social media to be able to educate people around the topics of your products, not specifically about your products until they're in a group, but around the topic of your product. The third thing is excite. So this is where we do those posts that are like a launch or something exciting that's happening in our business. The fourth post is expose. Now this is those curiosity posts where you create curiosity around your product or the business opportunity, and you have people reaching out saying, what is it? Tell me more. I want to know what that is all about. These posts are super, super powerful in your business. The fifth kind of post is empathize. So this is where you build rapport with your audience and show them that they are the hero, yet you are the guide that can show them the way because you've been there. The sixth post is entertain. Now, a lot of people come onto Facebook just to relax, to chill out, and this is where you entertain them. So some of those kind of funny posts, now you don't want to be doing this all the time, but they do help you connect with people and show your humor. And the last kind of post is engage. So these posts are vital on social media. This is where you ask questions, people answer the questions, and then you engage with them. So you really want to be doing quite a lot of these kind of posts because you're building that engagement and that interaction and that connection and relationship that we talked about before.
So now what happens once you have people engaging? So you've had someone like you, that like your stuff. You've had someone comment, share. You've had someone reach out to you and send you a message, or you've reached out to someone and sent them a message. What do? Well, that's where ATM comes in. It's called add someone to a group, tag them on some information, and then message them to see if they got a chance to watch it, and then what did they like when they saw it. It's one of the biggest things that people make a mistake on. They don't do the follow-up. Remember, the money is in the follow-up. So here's some little suggestions for you. When someone likes or they do an emoticon and they react on your photo or on your video, rather than just say thank you, why not send them a little message and say, hey John, hey Mary, thank you for liking my video. Thank you for liking my post. I'm trying really hard. I'm doing my best to actually do better. I'm wondering, would you mind telling me what did you like about what you saw? So this way, that if you put up a educate post and it might have been about energy, someone's read it, and now all of a sudden you have a prospect about energy because they say to you, well, I've been lacking energy. So the next part is when you set, so that's a very simple script. What did you like about what you saw? Next, if you are using groups in the ATM method, make sure you're sharing good quality content. That content inside the groups is going to help you be seen as an authority, someone that they will willingly follow and willingly want to do business with. And then after that, show them that you're part of a team that they can be part of. Something that's exciting, something that gets them moving, something that says, you know what, that's magnetic, that speaks directly to me, and that's what I want to do. Now, we've put together at risesocialmedia.com/Manatech Live a whole heap of free downloads for you because we want you to win. We care. We've seen how hard it can be for so many people to try and succeed online. And even though we've generated thousands of leads ourselves and all of those kind of things, we want you to as well, and we know that you can. You just need the right guidance and support. And we've put together a whole heap of cheat sheets for you, documents that you can download at no cost. Just go to risesocialmedia.com/Manatech Live, all one word, and you'll be able to download those cheat sheets and start to get ahead of the game. It's time that you ranked up. It's time that you took and were a part of taking Manatech to the whole new level, allowing the world to know that we are the place to be, that this is the company to be a part of, and that we have a solution to their problem, whatever it is. But it does rely on us. So let's become professional on Facebook and start putting our best foot forward. It's been an honor and a privilege to work with you. My name is James Hannan with
Naomi Joy,
where we help you to market and sell your products
online.
God bless everyone. Have a great event.